stuff like that. But the calendar that I have on the mobile is really local. No, I cannot access it through online. There are a lot of online applications. You have, a popular one that I use is My Life Organized.
Okay.
I mean, there is a book called Getting Things Done.
Yeah.
So it's a software implementation of GTD, but you would find very little mobile implementation of the same, and you would like to have a mobile version of that. What I see here is the health feature.
In fact, why don't you do this on an insurance field? They need tracking as well. I mean, there are a lot of places where tracking is involved. But for us, we started off the mobile initiative because the Shikha Sharma's users were not actually coming on the web and tracking it. And when we asked them why, the reason was we don't access net that much. So this was, for us, this is just an extension to communicate the offering. But yes, there are a lot more useful purposes for which this can be used.
When Microsoft started, they started with the DOS only. Later, they went to a lot of things.
Right. Probably, yes. Probably this would be a very nice direction for us. Right.
It could be a little bit
on the finance front.
Sorry? Okay.
What you were saying on the finance front.
Okay.
Good chunk of people actually track their finances.
Okay.
You look at solutions like the Yardley.
Right.
Where you can actually go in and punch in your account details, online mapping.
Okay.
It aggregates your finances from multiple cards, debit, credit, whatever, right?
Okay.
What would be, I mean, this is something that I've been thinking about. If you can maybe use some kind of API there where you figure out that he's actually gone to a restaurant and then trigger him to actually go enter something, then it would make sense.
Right.
So, good chunk of the people here probably eat out of that, right? So, if you're
Right.
doing transactions this month, there's one in and out side. Maybe they get some kind of trigger from you to say, hey, looks like you buy something at a restaurant, you want to do this stuff, and maybe people will be incentivized to go back again.
Okay, I haven't explored the mobile applications much, but I thought there are a lot of finance tracking applications, aren't there?
There are few, but they are not very popular.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
At least I cannot get one. I cannot get one that I can use here in India. Well, there might be applications which would cost me about, let's say, $99, and that's something that I'm not going to buy.
Right. And are there applications that are, the finance applications, whoever has used it, are they connected to the server or they are local?
Actually on the server, Yardley.com
Yeah.
or Mint.com.
No, I was asking about finance applications on the mobile. If somebody has used it and is on the server, or your data is...
The data is on the server,
Okay.
it aggregates on the server.
Okay.
It's not an offline application on the mobile that I know.
Okay.
Like for instance, Quicken connects to Quicken Online if you want it.
Okay.
Right, but it's only on the PC.
Okay.
There is no application that I
For
know
mobile.
at this point that also is there on the mobile and the cloud and the PC.
Okay.
So it's not like a Google Reader or whatever, right? But if you, like for instance, I've tracked my finances for the last 5 to 6 years on Yardley.
Okay.
So you get at the end of the month, you get to know how much you spend on food, entertainment and so on. What's your business model?
So on the B2B front, we charge per customer per month from the clinic. On the B2C front, we plan to have similar consultations from nutritionists, but online. So the first call would be on phone, where they figure out what your body composition is, and then all the diet planning or the meal planning that they do would be from their end on the web, and people would access either on mobile or on web. There would be bi-weekly, or we're figuring that out, bi-weekly calls to check the status. So these are the two revenue sources that we have in mind, which is actually live. So one of them is actually live. We're getting revenues from Shikha Sharma. Second is not.
Maybe you can add in some reminders.
Yeah. So there are SMS reminders and settings. So this is the web-based UI. There are reminder and settings for. There are alert reminders settings for whenever you miss to track for 2 days, whenever you miss to track your diet on the day, and there are features that are coming up for grocery list. So which, I don't know how many people here plan ahead for the shopping, I don't. But there's a feature called grocery list that is coming up. So based on your meal, we would know what all and what quantities of food that you have to buy. and we would trigger that out as an SMS. Also, you would see that in the upcoming section of the menu.
You mentioned that this is B2B, right?
Sorry?
You mentioned that this is B2B and you want to go to B2C.
Right.
First of all, if it is B2B, you are using an S40 SDK. Very few people I know would use as a corporate guy and use a S40 phone. I mean, it should be rather a BlackBerry SDK or something. And the other aspect that I wanted to, that came on top of my mind is that if you are talking about going to B2C and you are trying to write a J2ME application, then you will run into the issue of device compatibilities and porting J2ME across multiple applications. The same S40 application will not run across BlackBerry, and you'll have to test it across multiple devices.
Okay, so actually Himanshu is well equipped to answer that.
So it is compatible with S40 and it does run on BlackBerry. So any Java enabled phone, well in India we have
J2ME again. But thanks. If you thought this was a chemistry, thanks. Good job.
There are very many ways of making it more interactive. I mean, I see Varela use basically for goals met, can return points for goals which are not met, and at the end of a week or a month you say you've done so much progress.
Sure.
I guess that would make it more engaging and fun to use, but at the same time would serve the purpose for which it's actually built.
Okay.
Two comments.
Yeah.
One, how do you have some kind of a dictionary or something for the listeners?
Yes, we do. On the B2C front, yes, we do. And there are around 1200 meals or items that we have. And actually, it's interesting. I couldn't find data. I had to go and look up books. There's no data available for Indian foods online. So that is one of the USPs that we have. But we have 1200 food items. Apart from that, if you have anything extra, you can just enter that and we get a request in the backend and we try to find out the actual calorific value and figure out a photograph for that. Sure.
Yes, and I said healthcare applications are already available in market.
Sorry?
Like getting everything for appointment and taking the dietitian.
Right.
Send through the SMS.
Right.
If you want to know the dietitian consult level, people send just PM to the particular message and then they can get the details.
Right.
It will be more useful for the lower end users. There is no need
Sure.
to pay any.
Sure. So what we
differs from life, the YUAS and life is already available in healthcare.
Right. Right. So that's why the guys who couldn't hear the question. The question is, there's a company called Yogscare who has a similar platform, but they are on SMS. So the reason we didn't choose SMS and we picked this, it's difficult to A, show the entire day's meal in an SMS. B, it is very, very cumbersome to get the tracking done by a user. So the nutritionist want to know what is it that the customer had and what is it that he didn't have, so that he can plan the meal better and analyze what is happening. Okay. So on an SMS, we couldn't figure out a creative way where I could easily type in the entire day's meal. It would be very hectic for me. Right. The other thing was, there are 15-20 features that we have put on this and customers use them. So we couldn't think of innovative names for them, as in how many names or how many keywords would you remember? Weight, BP, what after that? I mean, diet, fine. So short answer is yes, we have SMS only keywords, but people don't use them. Even in the application, we have a mode wherein you can switch between the GPRS and SMS. So if you select SMS, the entire data that you entered would be delivered to the server on SMS.
Is it possible to search the medical practitioner?
Sorry?
Is it possible to search for medical?
Yeah,
specialist or dentist?
Sure.
Is it possible to search for?
Sure. Technically possible, yes, but there are a lot of legal complications around e-medicine. So this is Ayurvedic, not covered under medical laws. So this is safe. But once you get into an actual doctor, you get into trouble.
Is it something like that? I want to search nutrition in my area.
Yeah.
Nutrition, they have in Bangalore, something called NGO.
Right.
I want to search only in energy role. So is it somewhere like I can do that?
Yeah, finder services, we are planning to do that, but initially we are planning to have our own nutritionist and figure out if this model would work, giving you the nutrition consultation online as well as on your mobile phone. If that works out, I don't think we'll go in for a